It's been a while since we did an FPV simulator review, and I just got a chance to put some hours into FPV Freerider Recharged. This is just a quick video on what I thought of the simulator. If you want to read the full review, you can check it out over on PropWashed, and of course, the link's in the description. Now, if you've read any of my previous articles on simulators, you know that I and the other guys at PropWashed are big fans of the original FPV Freerider. It's a great entry-level simulator for new pilots without a whole lot of frills and an affordable $5 price tag. Basically, if it saves you from a few broken props, it's money in the bank. It was the first simulator that I used to learn on, and it helped me immensely in moving towards flying FPV. This was in late 2015, when at the time, Freerider didn't have that much competition on the market. So in mid-2016, FPV Freerider Recharged was released. I finally got a chance to put some serious hours into it after spending a lot of time in liftoff and hot props, so this review is a tad bit delayed, but I figured why not. After the holidays and people getting new drones, but not being able to fly them because of the weather, I thought people might be researching simulators. I don't know if I would call Recharged a sequel, as really it's more of a map pack. Now, the devs aren't trying to hide this. They note on their store that Recharged is a deluxe version of Freerider focused on bigger and more detailed sceneries. Either way, as a follow-up to one of my favorite sims, I was a little disappointed in Recharged. This isn't to say that Recharged is a bad sim. At its core, it's FPV Freerider with some bigger levels. The disappointment comes from this basically being a map pack that costs double that of the original version. Moreover, Recharge doesn't include the original maps, for the most part. You get 5 maps with Recharge, but one of those is a reskinned version of the car park level from the original. Now, the bigger maps are cool, and the graphics are certainly an upgrade, but I don't know if in 2017, $10 is a competitive price for what you get. At this point, you have free sims like Hot Props, DRL, and others that offer large maps and tons of customization. On the paid side, you have sims like Liftoff that basically have unlimited maps due to the track builder, multiplayer, and community support for $10 more. It's hard to see where Recharge fits in the current offering of simulators. It doesn't have the low-cost price tag simulators of its style have, and it doesn't have the feature set or support of sims in its price range. Furthermore, the devs have continued to update the original version of Freerider, which is great. I'll continue to recommend the hell out of FPV Freerider, as it's awesome that they're still supporting it. Interesting features like being able to fly 3D mode have made it into both versions. They added towers to some of the original levels for building dives and things like that. Basically, they're updating the original with similar features, makes it really hard to recommend going for the more expensive version. Now, Recharge does have some really cool stuff. The flight recorder feature is a neat way to fly against your own ghost, and the maps are really big and populated with cool obstacles. But I would still recommend checking out the original Freerider if you're in the market for an entry-level sim. I still think it's well worth the $5. The maps and tracks are intuitive, it has by far the easiest transmitter binding UI I've worked with, and its feeling of flight is pretty damn good right out the box. But I don't think Recharge is worth the extra cost, especially since I'd argue that you get less overall since there are fewer total maps in Recharged. So in the end, if you're considering spending money on a sim, I would still recommend the original Freerider if you're looking for a great entry-level sim. I don't think Recharged is worth the cost at this time, considering what you get compared to what's on the market. Now, if they were to include the original levels and basically make Recharged a $5 add-on, then I think it makes a lot more sense and I would be much more inclined to recommend it. At a $10 standalone, I think you have better options on today's simulator market. Again, I go into more details on some of the features I like and dislike in the written article, but that basically covers my general thoughts on FPV Freerider Recharged. If you're interested in reading more on all the simulators on the market, we have a mega post over on PropWashed that breaks down the current offerings, and I'll leave that in the description as well. So until next time, guys, I hope that everyone had a great holiday season. Hopefully you can find some flying time in between cold weather and dark days, but if not, you can always come back and visit us here for more videos and guides. We'll see you next time.